because I myself have written a book on Indo-Pakistan cricket. In fact, it was essentially published just around the time of it was written just about the time of the 26/11 massacre in 2008, which essentially ended bilateral cricket between the two countries. So I called it 60 years of India-Pakistan cricket. Since then, we've only ever played Pakistan in international tournaments. We have not had any bilateral tours of each other's country or even a neutral country. And as the book came out, I became a minister in the UPA government, and I was asked this question. And knowing full well that what I would say would be taken even more seriously because I was a minister, I said truthfully that I don't think that cricket can be a substitute for politics or diplomacy. I think that if the substantive political relations between the countries improve, then diplomats can use cricket as a means to warm the climate between the two countries. You can't do it the other way around. You can't say, let's play cricket and maybe our relations will improve. Because the problem is, there will always be voices saying, how can we play with them when they are busy killing our soldiers, or busy sending militants to our country, or busy bombing our hotels and shops? So that kind of thing is an issue. Now, once I ceased being a minister, I took a slightly different line, and I should explain that to you. I do understand, and I have explained in some of my writings, which you can Google, that cricket will follow diplomacy and not lead it. But I would still say that the current negativism about Indo-Pakistan cricket expects cricket to bear a particularly unfair share of the burden. Because even while relations between the two countries were strained, I don't know if you follow hockey, there was a hockey tour of India by the Pakistan team. We lost, by the way. But they came here a year or two ago and had a full 5-match hockey series. We have had other sports, including, I think, kabaddi and so on, taking place between the two countries. But because of the visibility of cricket, no bilateral cricket has been allowed. Why is that? Why is cricket supposed to do that? Secondly, I would argue, if you are not suspending your diplomatic relations and withdrawing your ambassadors, but now we have withdrawn our ambassadors, but I'm talking about when I wrote this argument. If you can conduct your normal diplomatic relations and retain an ambassador, why can't you conduct your normal cricketing relations? Why should, again, cricket be held to a higher standard than diplomacy? So I nuanced my position along those lines. Now, of course, relations between India and Pakistan have become even worse. And we have actually withdrawn high commissioners from each other's country. There is no Pakistani high commissioner in Delhi, and there is no Indian high commissioner in Islamabad anymore. So in those strained relations, I think cricket would be very unusual. But I would say that the day in which the two countries decide they can talk to each other and they will restore ambassadorial level contacts, we should also try and improve the atmosphere through a cricket thing. Because my own view is that while we have every reason to mistrust the government, and while we have even greater reason to mistrust the military, and of course we fully mistrust the jihadi elements, the Islamist terrorist groups that are flourishing with impunity in Pakistan, we don't have a quarrel with the majority of the Pakistani people, who are really no different from the majority of the Indian people. And therefore, people-to-people relations are, to my mind, the one way in which some sort of semblance of normalcy can be brought into the Indo-Pakistan relationship. Relations between poets, artists, writers, journalists, singers, actors, business people, and cricketers. Why not? That would be my gradual opening of the door before we get to the stage where we are actually showing much bonhomie with governments and militaries.